afternoon, YouTube. I'm here with you on this Friday, I think it is, afternoon. And you can see I have the FET-VOM meter in kind of in place. And I'm getting ready to check the specs to find out which way I'm supposed to put these transistors in. I am going to use 1 and 2. I had a talk with Robert, and I think that's what I'm going to go with. If it doesn't work, we can always try another pair. It's not a big deal. So, like I said, this first thing is to get them in place to where they go. I think I've pretty much figured out how they go back in. So, without too much further whatever from that, let's see if I can pick one out here. Alright, there's one. Actually, it's number 2, but that's okay. Okay, it's got to go in this way, and we need to modify the way that comes out a little bit. I think that's about it. I think I need a little more light on my subject. I think that might work. Just like that. That is one in, and obviously it's not in, it's just in place, I should say. I've got to get some things done. Now that will require some rearrangement here of some things to get this correct. So I'm going to be moving around a little bit and try to keep you guys in the picture as much as possible. And there's the underside. I think we can see that. I do have these, one right here in. And let's see if my iron is heated up. I believe it is. Get some solder over this way. I think what I'm going to do is turn you guys around. Get you on the side. There, I think you can see that now. I can get this in here as well like I need to. And what I'm going to do is solder them in there, and I can cut the leads off if I need to. Should work fine, I think. Try and do this without running everything. There's one lead. Let's see, the other one's down here. Didn't even see it. 2 leads. And a third one. Alright, those are in. 1 down, 1 to go. Let's put this up out of the way. And I think the other one goes in. I gotta double check my phone here a minute. I think the other one goes in exactly the same way. Yeah, drain, source, gate. Yep, it goes in the same way. Drain, source, and gate. Yep. Okay. Now I'll turn this over. Let's get my other matching transistor out of there. I'm trying to turn this over and keep it in the picture as much as possible. Not always perfectly possible, but yeah, we'll try. So I gotta get a little better look myself there. Yeah, I see it. Place that in there just like that. And it should be ready for soldering. Turn this back over. I'm hoping you see all this. If you don't, I'm sorry, but I have to get this in. I can show you what it looks like after I get it in. Not a big deal. Let's get some tinning on there. 1. 2, 3. Bop, bop, bop. I think you can see it. But anyway, they are in there, in that area there. And that should be well enough, done well enough to, you can see which one this is. See, it came off here. There it is. So I'll have to figure out where that goes. I think it may be obvious. I don't know. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. It comes up under here somewhere. We'll have to turn this over. Okay, we can figure it out. See a couple places it could go. Right there's one. I don't know that's it, but it looks like it. Gonna have to look it up, find out. So I will be back in a bit. You guys hang loose. And I will see you in just a second or two. Alright, I'm back with you. Excuse me, once more. I have the meter all back together. It's not totally tight, but it is back together. I have the circuit boards mounted as they should be. And meter back with the wires on it. Basically, the only thing I really have left to do is to hook up a battery to test it. I do want to tighten up the screws a little bit more before I do that, because it's just sort of hanging in there. It's all in the right proper spot, and it's tightened down finger tight, and you know, that's what that is. So let me see if I can zoom down a little bit more. There we go. I obviously don't have the knobs back on it. We'll have to put those back on, and let me get this things tightened up, and I'll bring you back once more, and we'll see what we got. Alright, back with you once more. I have the batteries installed. I have the, obviously have the, I can show you, I guess. The knobs are back on. Everything's ready to go. I think we'll adjust this just a hair up this way. There we go. Now the moment of truth has arrived. The zero adjust, I'm going to put it in the middle. That's pretty close to the middle, because I've got these the knobs set to where this is the middle. And let's see what happens. Okay, it needs to go a little bit this way, it looks like. There, how's that? That is perfect. It works just fine. Yes, I am so happy with this. I am very, very happy. That was the problem, obviously. Now I am on, looks like 30 volts, peak to peak, or it's not peak to peak. I'm going to put it on something and measure a battery of some kind. I need to find my probes. I think they are packed away somewhere. Don't know exactly where they're at. I don't know how good these are, but they might work out well enough to get a reading from it. Let's turn this off, and I'm going to plug these in. Now, first thing I want to do is put it up to ohms. Where is ohms? Oh, over here. AC ohms. And we're going to see, where's my just have to look at it. I can't see. Okay, R times 1, R, there it is up there. We're over here for R times whatever. Put it on R times 1. See if we can just zero the meter first. That would be a good idea, I think. So there's that. That's normal. Comes back down to 0. It should. You can adjust that. Right there's our 0. Now if we short the probes together, we should get the other side. And that's not happened so far. No, we're not getting the ohms setting. There might be another problem with that. But again, that's not really why I bought this meter. Ohms function wasn't, so we're not worried about that too much. Let's go for a battery. See what we can do with that. Let's put it on DC volts. DC plus, that'll work. Oops. You know, it just occurred to me, I may have those, I might have these wrong. That's working there now. Let's see if I can get that adjusted at all. No, that's not it. Alright, let's see something else here. Battery. Alright, let's see. Positive, negative. See if I'm on the right thing. DC volts plus, and I'm on wrong scale, obviously. Put it on a 3-volt scale and get a 0 the meter again. Right there. Now let's see what we measure. Let's see, 1.5. Okay, it's going over 1.5, but new batteries usually are a little bit more than 1.5. I can measure it on the digital voltmeter and see. Alright. Yeah, see, 164. Let's see. Basically 16.5, or 1.6.5, 0.5, I guess. 1.65. That's what we're going to go with. Let's see what we got here on this one now. I don't expect this to be totally accurate because it hasn't even been calibrated yet. Put new leads in it, or new transistors, so it needs to. It is on 0, so. Alright, 1 point. You know, that's right on. 16165 right there. That's amazing. And like I said, it hadn't even been calibrated yet. I like that. I like that a lot. So let's. I'm going to leave that run a little bit there and see what we get with a little higher range. Let's see. Let's try this on the 10-volt range. And let's see. That's still pretty 0. Let's double check it a little bit there, right there. Which is our plus. I never can remember on these things. Plus, okay. Okay, now this is a little bit less than 9 volts because you remember when we were testing the transistors, it came up a little short. So let's see what it measures on. I've got about 8.2468, 8.8 around there. Let's try it with the digital, see what it comes up with. I know I think you guys are seeing the digital. Okay, 8.95. So that's close. This has probably got my hair more, well, no, I guess it doesn't. I was going to say hair more resistance, or not resistance, but anyway. 895. I think we're close enough on that. Again, it hasn't been calibrated, so we can give some slack for that for sure. See, that's 8.8. Really on the money there on the meter there. So like I said, that's close enough right now, even if I wanted to just go through whatever and do that. So let's go for a little AC voltage. How's that? Alright, now we are hooked up to the AC. I'm going to turn it on. Well, let's see, better get this done first. AC volts. And let's see if we can't 0 that out. Nope. Our ohms is not working right. We're going to have to look at that a little bit more, but it looks like, let's see, turn that off. AC volts. See, now before it went back and forth. So I'm wondering why it's not doing that now. I'll put these in the center of their travel just for the heck of it. See if should be on Maybe it's the range. Let me try some different ranges. Nope, nope, no effect there. So, well, that'll be our next thing to figure out. The DC volts works great. And, and that's bad because I really want the AC to work. Now I have this hooked up and there shouldn't be nothing coming out of there, but I'm going to go ahead and unplug it just in case. Yeah, there's nothing coming out. Let's try my battery check again. The battery check's right on. Turn it off. Switch this. I'm just trying different things. Maybe we've got dirty contacts or something like that. Nope. It just goes right back the same thing each time. Okay. Well, not sure exactly what else I can do about it. I'll have to look at the troubleshooting again. Find out if I can figure out why it's doing this. It seems to work fine on DC. You can see there. Just have to zero the meter. Once it's zero, it works great. See, now AC and DC is not that much difference on a meter like this. Basically, the input for AC is just rectified and then sent over to the DC side. So it's really not a lot to it. Now, I'm not saying that it's, you know, perfect, but there may be other problems. So I'll have to look at the circuit and find out what I can find out. But anywho, that's a look at the Sencore field effect meter FE-14. Like I say, it is working somewhat, not totally, but it is working somewhat, and that's always a good thing. The original problem we had was it wouldn't zero the meter at all, and now it is zeroing and successfully on the DC side. I didn't try it on. Let me try it on minus DC. Make sure that's working too. It should. There's no difference really in them. Yeah, see there, it comes right back to zero. So you know, we can even measure a battery backwards or whatever you want to call it. Let's go back down to 10 volts. And see. Oops. Wonder why the difference there. That's not right. Well, of course, it hasn't been calibrated. Can't complain too much about it. That's on 10 volts though. The battery kind of got stronger there all of a sudden, didn't it? Yeah, it goes the wrong way. So put it back on plus. Make sure that's still working. I didn't mess up something else. Yep, it's still the same. So it's just a matter of calibration, I do believe. So we're going to call that good. And I will check out some other things on... Get turn my soldering iron off before I forget that. And like I said, we're going to go ahead and do some other things. And like I said, that's what we're looking at. But anyway, that did fix it. And like I say, that fixed that problem, I should say. And we will determine the rest of it. And that's all we need to know for now. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. I've got to get ready here in a few minutes. And supposed to go out to my daughter's house at 3 for cards. So kind of looking forward to that. Just have a message here I didn't know I had. Guess I better answer that. Anyway, that's like I said, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thanks so much for watching, and we will